turned them ends into dividends. I know some pimps who took some of that whole money and turned it into dividends. So those guys don't have war stories. You know what I'm saying? They have stories of success.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They build legacies. And then the guys that didn't do that, those are guys that you're going to see on the corner with the bottle. 90% of those guys that you see on the corner with that bottle in their hand or with that needle in their arm is probably some of the sharpest dudes that you ever encountered in your life. And that you sit down and you can get him off that bottle for 20 minutes. Or you can pull that needle out of his arm for about 20 minutes. Or you can get that crack pipe out of his mouth for 20 minutes. You'll find out that he's one of the most brilliant individuals that you want to meet. He just fell on this portrait. He wasn't able to pull himself up out of there.
Yeah.
So all he got now is this war story. He can tell you about, what happened, and you probably can sit down with him. And a lot of these young dudes need to do, you need to still shine in these old dudes that used to be. You need to go sit with a couple of them and, man, watch how much game you going to get from these dudes, man. These dudes will give you a whole lot of game. They're going to tell you a whole lot of war stories. But you know what I'm saying? For the life of them, they can't bounce back. They ain't got it in them.
You think that's more because, too much time has done passed, or?
No, I think, man, some guys are built for certain things. Just like I said, when you build a building, you can look at a house, that's 2 stories. You can say, wow, that's a beautiful building. You pretty much know how that house was constructed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can look at it and you say, okay, well, they did this and did that to build this house. But when you look at a big old skyscraper, you say, man, how do that skyscraper, well, that skyscraper was built a little bit more firmer. It was more architectural work went into that. It was more engineering in that. So some people, they can build a house, but they can't build a skyscraper. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I get what you're saying.
A lot of these guys, they have what it takes to get in the game. They have enough, like I said, to compete the game, but they don't have what it takes to stay in the game and to take it to the next level, because they weren't built that way. You understand what I'm saying? So even though they got the game and they can pretty much mimic to you some of the things in the game that they learned, they just don't have what it takes to take them to that next level because they probably wasn't really all the way in the game. They probably was dipping and diving, you know what I'm saying? Or meddling with the game, you know what I'm saying? And they thought that's what they wanted to do, but that wasn't really what they wanted to do. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas are some of the greatest players of all time. But if you remember watching those players play back in the day, them dudes played with intensity and with a zeal that was so strong that you could almost see the W in their eyeballs. They wanted to win that bad that you could feel it. You can watch the TV, you can tell how they play, how they dive for the ball, how they play center, how they went from center to playing guard. How they just bounce themselves all around the court. And you say, man, these dudes, man, is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, Kobe, Magic, and Isaiah Thomas, they was built for the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
They was built to be champions. They had it in them. But then you look at players like Reggie, what's his name? The guy, Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller.
Charles Oakley, and some of the other, Kenny. Some of the players that didn't necessarily get called home. They never really received the ring. But if you look at them playing, as soon as they get to the finals and the ball, Michael Jordan make a couple, key shots, you can see he killed their spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they never won a championship, and they never made the playoffs every year like Michael Jordan, Kobe, and Magic and Isaiah because it was a different level of intensity in them. Yeah. The hustlers that you see in the streets that really get out and get money, man, some of them dudes, I know you can bet some of these hustlers out here, they do 10 years in the prison. They be out 2 months and got more than everybody in the hood. And you're like, how the hell the dude, bounce back like that? Even pimps, some pimps, man, they can lose every hole that they had. And you see them 2-3 months later, they got a brand new business. It's because they cut that way. Everybody ain't built and cut that way. So when you ain't built and you ain't cut that way, it ain't gonna happen for you, homie. It's got to be in you and not on you. You got to really have it in you, man. You got to really believe that you can do this. Like I said in my YouTube thing, the 7 secrets to PIMPIN KEN secrets to success. the lesson number 7, I say, when Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan get that ball in their hand, they don't say, I think I'm going to make this shot. They know they're going to make the shot. They have an I can mentality instead of I can't. You can't win with an I can't mentality. You got to have an I can mentality. So when they say I can make it, that confidence that's in them automatically give them the power and give them the strength and the position for them to, you know what I'm saying, to come through on what they believe.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, you know, if you feel like you can't do it, then when you get up, you know, you're going to shoot, you might not shoot with as much confidence. You might hesitate in mid-air, which might cause the ball to hit the rim because you didn't put enough power on it, enough pressure on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why some people make it and some don't. That's why people can bounce back and some can't. Michael Jordan scored 6 points. Everybody was down on it. And he did an interview. They said, well, Michael Jordan, why you only scored 6 points? He said, every man have peaks and valleys. He said, when I scored 67 points, he said, that's my peak. He said, when I scored 6 points, that's my valley. He said, I was in my valley. He said, but I'll be back. Some people go in the valley and they never make it back. They never peak out again.
Too cool for calm.